Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, where today we'll be going through the overlook and abilities of Darius, the new hero that has been introduced into Assassin's Creed Rebellion via the Hunter's Hound Helix Rift event, which was part of the 6.2.0 update. So basically we're just going to have an overview of the character, a look at what his abilities are, what he's useful for, and just my opinion on it, and go into a little bit of gameplay. But before I go into this video, I just want to say, if you watched my last video of the heroes for the October Helix Rift events, I'd like to just make a little bit of apology. For the main events, I've got some of the heroes wrong. I didn't realise that they alternated them all the time. So for the little events, they're spot on, they don't change, but for the bigger events like the Eagle Shadow and Kinslayer and the Mask of Abyss, what I'll do is I'll put them in the pinned comments on the video. So if you go to the video now, I've put up the heroes that you should be using for the Eagle Shadow, so it still gives you a couple of days to prepare for it, and then once that event's finished I will continue to do it on the others. But thank you to some people in my Discord group, like the Assassin's Creed Discord group, massively helped me out, gave me a great website. So apologies for sending up the garden path on that one. I was just trying to help the community prepare for it, but obviously I jumped the gun a little bit, so apologies on that. But anyway, let's get back into this video. Right, so Darius, legendary shadow assassin, highly skilled assassin who's crafted the first hidden blade, but yet decides to use a sword. Don't understand why. Able to execute targets in combat, killing them instantly. Also a dangerous fighter whose Darius kick leaves enemies defenseless to follow up attacks. So to me he seems all about damage. He's a bit of a glass cannon in my eye. Obviously you can see the stats for the DPS go quite up. Assassins isn't quite fully maxed out, which annoyed me a little bit. I thought they could have, you know, he's meant to be like the person who, you know, created the hidden blade, the first ever one, but yet isn't the best assassin. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying. And he's got a little bit of navigation, so he can traverse the map kinda. So yeah, basically he's just there as a damage dealer. He's not going to get you navigate you around the map. He's just there to assassinate and deal a nice little bit of damage. So if we go into skills, and apologies if I do sound a little thingy, I'm still sick. I didn't actually record this video a little while ago, but sneezed in the middle of it, and yeah, I had to start all over again. So right, let's get into his skills. So basically, if you go to the details, I'm going to show you what they're like at rank 1, or I'll do it at rank 2 because that's the rank I've got it at, and then rank 5. So it just shows you how it scales from where I've got it to where it will be when I'm 5-star. So assassin skill. So basically the chance of you assassinating an enemy is increased by 37%, and when you get to 5-star that goes up to 45%. So he'll have a base stat on what his assassination is, and then that just kind of goes on top of it, and it just gives you like that little bit extra chance to assassinate somebody through harder content. So yeah, that's standard for an assassin. Anybody who's played Ezio or any of the other assassins should know what that ability is about. Right, this is the one that was mentioned in his thing. Right, the Darius kick. Darius staggers his foes with a quick and powerful kick. Applies instantly. So I've got him at 2-star, so it strikes for 55% damage, reducing enemies' defense by 60% for the next attack. So basically you get this attack in, reduce their health, not their health, their defenses, and then go in for your next attack, and it's going to hit harder. So great little ability, and it just backs up what I said, that he's there to do damage. Everything about him is about either critting or lowering their defenses so that you can basically hit harder. So, and when you get to rank 5-star, that strike goes up to 75% and reduces their defense by 100%. So obviously a great ability for just getting that off and then getting your next attack in and dealing some major damage. So yeah, it's not a bad little ability. Right, deadly strike. Strike an enemy with deadly precision. Strike for 100% damage with a critical chance increased by 20%. So basically you're going to strike the opponent for 100% damage, and there is a 20% chance that's going to crit, basically. So yeah, as I said, it gives you basically, he's there to do more damage, crit more often. This is what the build of this hero is about. When you get down to 5-star, strikes for 125% damage with critical chance increased by 30%. That decays over 3 ticks. So basically this 30% chance stays with you for your next 3 ticks. So basically if they're attacking you or you're attacking them, so if you get a couple of attacks in after you've activated this, then you're going to have a 30% chance to crit on top of that. His next ability, which I do like, is quite nice. At rank 2, where I've got him, instantly kills an enemy under 60% health with a finishing strike. So what this does is it doesn't matter on the health pool. So whether an enemy's 10,000 health or 100 health, if you get them down to 40 health or 4,000 health, 60 health or 6,000 health, the minute they're below that threshold, you can kill them instantly, and it only happens once per chapter. So you've only got this once per battle. So you go into like, for example, a mission in region 3, you get to activate this once during that mission, and then it refreshes obviously when you next do the next mission. So it's good obviously for taking down beefier enemies, and when you get to rank 5-star, this applies instantly. They don't even have to be below a certain percentage of health. The minute you get into battle, whether he's got 20k health, 10k health, 5k health, you hit that ability, it'll instantly kill him straight away. But you can only use it once per quest, once per quest. Going into his passive abilities, looking at this, where I've got him at rank 2. So passive skill, Predator Focus, critical chance is permanently increased by 6%. So basically, just for having him in a mission, you've got a 6% chance on top of whatever your base crit is to crit, basically. So if it's at 5%, this gives you an 11% chance to crit, and it scales up to permanently to 10%, but then it also gives you the added bonus of when you enter combat, there's a 25% chance to increase your critical chance by 15% for 2 ticks. For me, that last bit's just it's a bit pointless. They should have at least made it 50%, because you're only getting 25% chance to activate something that's 15% chance. So not only have you got to get that 25% chance for it to actually activate, so you got 100% of something, you've got 25% that it's going to do. So you've got 1 in 4 chances that is going to activate, and if that 1 in 4 chance does activate, you've then got basically a 1 in 7 chance that then that's going to activate again. So it's a bit silly, really. Yeah, that end effect isn't really worth worrying about. I don't think it adds anything to the hero, because the times that it will actually happen are so minuscule that it's not really going to make much of a difference. It's not going to make or break the character, because you can't rely on it. Right, his next passive ability is dodging is increased by 3% permanently at 2-star, where I have him, and when you get him to 5-star, that is permanently increased by 7%, but then upon dodging, gain a 10% attack buff for the next attack. So if you dodge, you get a 10% attack for your next attack. So yeah, always nice to do a little bit of damage, especially if you're not taking damage because he moves out of the way. Nice time, nice time. And then if you go to your HQ perks, this one isn't really anything major. Basically, all heroes to train 10% faster when in the same training room. So if you've got Darius leveling up in a room, throw another hero in there, they'll train 10% faster. I mean, if you're like me and majority of the time you're doing it overnight, that 10% isn't really going to make much difference. It probably scales to 30% once you've got into 5-star. But if you're doing it overnight while you're asleep, the 10% isn't going to make any difference. So not the best hero perk in the world, but you know, if you are just saving a little bit of time, then yeah, it's nice. Right, let's get into some gameplay. I've put him with 4-star gear because, well, I haven't really got any 5-star gear, and I'm going to take him into a chapter which is 960 power level. He's about 500 higher than this, and yeah, some of his abilities will struggle a little bit in this. So I've brought Machiavelli in because I want him there to give him initiative. So that means I'm guaranteed to get the first hit. So it just shows the character off a little bit more. Just shows what he can do. Right. So, I mean, as you can see, his dexterity is pretty poor. I presume he's old. That's probably why it's not the best. I can understand why. He's not exactly a young chicken. So, right, let's do this. Let's disarm this. Right, so he's done that. Right, let's take him into it. What I'm going to do with Machiavelli is I'm going to give him initiative. So that means he's guaranteed. He's got a 10% dodge as well on top of that. And I might as well just beef him up, to be honest with you. He's the only one I'm going to really be taking in. So like, let's just give his abilities a little bit of a thing, show him off a little bit. Right, so he's got a little bit of a better chance of getting up here now. Right, 69%. Is the old man going to do it? And he does. So now I can jump down, boom, assassinated. Right, so this is where this Darius kick is going to come in. So do the kick, got initiative, minus 60% defense. So now any attack I'm going to do basically will probably kill him. So do that, deadly strike. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, 20% chance. Right, attack there, 839 crit. It would have been nice for that other one to have critted a little bit better, but it's what it is. Right, let's see the old man jump across here. Nope, crippled. So that's made even getting up there even harder for him. But he did it. He did it. Nice one. So right, let's assassinate him. God, playing this game on this slower speed is just alien to me. I always have it on a 3, but at least you can see the numbers and see the animations and things like that. Right, so we'll go in with a kick again. Surprise attack. Deadly strike. No, I did the wrong thing now. I did these thing because it was the other way around. Do that. 60% defense and then attack him now. So yeah, he's not exactly the world's hardest hitting person, but well, I won't assassinate him, I'll hit him because then it just shows him off a little bit more. Right, do the kick to stun him and then I can finish him off. Boom, instantly taken out. But yeah, as you can see, he's not ideal, he's not the best. He's just someone you'll probably rank up for Helix Rift defense. I mean, I don't know whether there'll be some content that they bring out further on down the line that will make him viable, but when you've got heroes like Ezio, Altair, he's just outclassed by so many other shadow assassins that yeah, he's basically just going to be a hero you use for your Helix Rift events. So yeah, a little bit disappointing. It would have been nice, like being, you know, the first person to ever craft the hidden blade and all that he would have been a bit more badass. But he carries the sword and yeah, struggles to get around the map a little bit. So yes, that's long and short of it. That's my breakdown on him. To sum it all up, hits reasonably hard, bit of a glass cannon, basically all about the dodge and the critical hit chance and lowering their defenses, but uses a sword for some reason, uses light armor, so health isn't great. So yeah, not really worth for me going nuts for the character. Obviously, if you want to rank up your Helix Rifts, do it. Obviously, the higher star level you have him, the more sync bonus you get. But yeah, for me, he's not game changing. A little bit disappointed from the buzz of Altair to this is a little bit disappointing. So yes, that's my comments on Darius. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how you feel playing him. It'd be always nice to know how the community feels about the hero. But have a fantastic day. Thank you ever so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you soon, Assassins.